We played
Teachers College.
Auckland Teachers College.
Yeah.
That was not on a big field, as I recall.
No, it was on a side field, and that's a game we ended up losing.
We should have won that
which we
game.
should have won, but not only were we tired, but we had some pre-game distractions.
We did have. I read about that somewhere. Truth be known, this little incident did get the attention of the American Consul General of New Zealand, who came and spoke to us about being good ambassadors for the United States. And, I think we deserved a little lecture, and I think we took it to heart.
Yes,
because
we
we
did.
didn't cause any more incidents. Of course, there was only about 6 hours left.
6 hours later, we got on a plane.
Going to New Zealand, we knew we were going to have a tough time against Auckland University. I mean, Auckland University was, the top of the rung in terms of rugby, in club rugby in New Zealand. We played them at Eaton Park, which was a big rugby venue in Auckland, which was really exciting. But I think we played okay. I don't remember the game all that well. Maybe you guys do, but I know they took it to. I think they took it to us pretty good
I think
at that time.
we were pretty tired and banged up by that point. It might have turned out differently had we caught them when we were fresher, but that was a very good team we played.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, they had an All Black or two, or some junior All Blacks, and
Well, they had, They
I'm trying to remember the name of that big guy that was so gracious, but he was a good player.
Well, Peter Whiting was
Yeah.
the big second row,
Yeah.
and they had, that was big time rugby. The only time we really put on the number ones was when we had a formal occasion, like at the consulate in Canberra or the reception out at ACT. And certainly they were in the bag and stayed in the bag when we went to Fiji and Tahiti. That was kind of, we had, Doc wasn't with us on that. We were kind of on our own after we left New Zealand, and we were kind of on our own to make our way home. In Fiji, we'd go into a town and people would just follow us around. The kids would run around, they'd want to just touch us because they'd never seen, Americans before.
Yeah.
In Tahiti, it was quite different.
Yeah.
Just because of the French influence.
Yeah.
But there were some hosts that were kind of shooing us around a little bit. But I remember sitting in the bar, and here were these Fijians who were just, huge, And they said, "Oh, you guys rugby players?" We said, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, let's get a match going." And we said, "There's no chance.
we're done.
Playing. We are finished with rugby.
We've retired.
We wanted to go lay down on the beach and relax. We said thank you very much, but we've had enough rugby for this trip.
Friendliest people in the world, though.
Oh, yeah.
The Fijians.
Yeah. They were the opposite of the Tahitians.
Yeah, it was.
Very, very friendly.
The one guy we haven't talked a lot about is our trainer, Paul Moeller, and maybe we mentioned Paul early on, but he was an absolute critical element to our tour and our success in terms of he worked day and night to make sure that we were well cared for, and he was just incredible. We'd have never survived the trip without Paul Moeller, believe me.
No, he was so concerned about his players that he would almost get in fistfights with the other trainers if they happened to reach one of the players that was down on the field prior to Paul showing up.
Yeah.
One story I'd like to tell is that one guy on our team, Warren Taves, was a great football player at Cal, and he was not a big rugby player until this tour came along. And he's a wonderful athlete, played linebacker, so he had a perfect, combination of size and speed and athletic ability to play. And he went on the tour, and he was great. He was magnificent. And I ran into Lauren maybe 7 or 8 years later. He was playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the middle of winning 4 Super Bowl rings. And I forget at the exact time, but he and I met in Chicago. They were playing the Bears, and we just went out and had a soda or whatever we had. But he said, we were talking about the tour, and he said, you know, George, that was the most fun, that trip I've ever had in any sport. And this comes from a guy that won 4 Super Bowl rings.
It's quite a statement.
So it was quite a trip. I mean, we were all glad to get home, but it was a perfect ending. And we could have stayed another 2 weeks there without any issues.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget we were, 20 to 23 or 4.
Yeah. It was a heck of a way to spend the summer. With 23 of your great friends, all expenses paid, pretty much. And, we were rock stars when we got there. We had no idea.
We all, no scholarships. We played because we loved the university, and we loved representing the university. We loved playing on a rugby team, and all the reasons that you play sport is for the love and the passion, and that passion doesn't go away.
If you played rugby at Cal, you're part of kind of a brotherhood of people, and I remember when I was playing, you see these guys that were as old as we are now, and you go, God, look at those old guys, and now we talk to the guys that are playing today, and I can tell you that some of them, they look at us and say, God, how come you guys are so, involved? And it's like, well, you guys will be involved for the rest of your life too, and they will.
It's a special bond and a special pride that we all share. And like Ned said, it doesn't go away, and it will never go away.